Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Week 16 Start Sit Show on this wonderful Saturday evening. We just got wrapped up with the 4:30 Baltimore Ravens Pittsburgh Steelers game. No surprises there, Commissioner Rhino. By the way, that is the Commissioner Rhino that you are looking at, aside from myself, your shepherd. And we're very excited because we did have some action today on a Saturday. Can't really complain much about that, right? And kind of like a little appetizer for the games tomorrow. Big games, Rhino.
Yeah.
Mr. Magic Goat. How are you, Mr. Magic Goat? And the Clark Goat. How are you, gentlemen? Did you enjoy your Saturday slate, your mini slate? A couple of things that we should talk about.
Yep. Good.
I mean, I don't want to keep the goats waiting too much. But there was no way, shape, or form that the Texans were winning that game.
No.
They were never winning that game.
No.
And on the later game, for a while, it looked like the Steelers could have definitely pulled away with it, but at the end of the day, turnovers reared its ugly head, and the Baltimore Ravens just looked more physical. They played more physical.
They played volleyball.
Yeah, and they beat the Steelers, and there's really no surprise there. There really isn't.
No. Yeah, it's still it boggles my mind. You trade for Mike Williams, he had one catch. you throw a deep bomb to Austin, who's the shortest person on the field, and not to Mike Williams. And Mike Williams that's his forte. That's his forte.
The Joker.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, in Arthur Smith's world, it makes perfect sense.
It does, but he lives in a bizarre world or something, man.
He has no regard for anyone's fantasy. That we already know. Not that other coordinators actually have some sort of regard for fantasy, but the joke is that he has really no regard considering what happened last season with Bijan Robinson. But
and then for life of me, why didn't freaking Russell Wilson freaking slide? Why?
Because he wants to be a hero.
Well, you got to be a hero.
Yeah, he wanted to be a hero. He went for the extra yard or two, or he saw the pay dirt. Really, he thought that he was.
He's not 25 years old no more.
No, the 25. Well, I think he put a good tackle on him.
He did, but
he put a good tackle on him, and that was the end of it.
Yeah. Let me before we do the question, I have a question for you real quick.
Sure.
It has to do with Houston Texans. Last year, the OC was a heavy candidate for head coach position. Do you think, with the way they're playing, and it looks like they've seen the backslid this year, do you think he's going to be another candidate? Or do you think they'll say he didn't adjust, or he can't adjust, or something? There's something screwed, or I don't know. So I guess screwed that's going on them because he threw 5 or 6 wide receiver screens and not one damn of them worked.
I did see one actually where they got creative, and I believe it went back. They faked the wide receiver screen, and then it went back over to Joe Mixon, or it may have went back over to. I don't think it went back to Joe Mixon, or maybe it did. Nevertheless, I know what you're talking about. Let's address that question. We're talking about Bobby Slowick, and coming off of the season 2023 now with kind of sort of like a down season. Will he get a head coaching candidacy, or will he get a head coaching interview
as a candidate? Yeah, will he be interviewed?
It's a good question. It really is. I think part of it will be that he may read the room ahead of time and just say, I'm going to come back as the offensive coordinator. However, if he's got somebody in his camp, I don't know if it's an agent, like there are agents that represent coaches, obviously.
Yeah.
Whether it's agent, a manager, excuse me, a best friend or two that's plugged into the league as well. If they already know ahead of time, well, you know what? I don't think you're gonna get too much of a bite this time around, Bobby. Why don't we just we'll pull it back. We'll say that you're coming back, something along those lines. As long as, of course, the Texans want you to come back. I think that'll be the case. I think it will be.
I think so too.
Not so much. Not. I mean, again, the Texans are bound for the playoffs, and things could change very quickly within the next few weeks. But on a seasonal level, and the Texans 2024 year, it's close. It'll be a close call. I would also think it depends on the rest of the class of 2024 candidates. So
and how many job openings there are.
And openings as well.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I think if we had to chalk that up, I think this would be borderline. It really would. I see where you're going with it, though. I do.
An observation I had watching the game.
I do. Okay, so let's say the Giants don't retain Brian Dable, which I don't think to be the case. Would they want to bring in someone like Bobby Slowick, coming off of an okay 2 seasons so far as an offensive coordinator? I don't really think I don't think that's really much of an upgrade.
No, it's not.
I don't.
Let's get to the questions.
We'll get to the GOATs because it's Saturday evening. It's GOAT time. It's GOAT time. Crunch time, Mr. Magic.
And we appreciate everybody coming in too. Really do.
Coming up on holiday season, you guys could be on Amazon shopping right now, but I don't know how much fun that is. Your last minute gifts and whatnot. You're scared to play Darnold and JSN because of the weather. The weather in the Northwest. I don't. As long as it's not going to storm out there.
No.
If there's a consistent heavy type of rain, it could dampen things. Could screw things up. I don't know if it really screws things that badly, though.
No, and something to think about, with especially with JSN. With him playing Ohio State for 3 years, he came out early. He's used to cold weather. He's used to bad weather, playing in bad weather. And Darnold playing with the Jets for a year or whatever. I think it was a year. He's used to playing outdoors in bad weather.
So
it's not like neither one of these guys have played outdoors in bad weather. It's not like your boy like Stroud. He has trouble playing outdoors. Like Goff has trouble playing outdoors.
So I guess what it would come down to.
Who are you going to start?
Mr. Goat, what would be the alternative here if it's not Darnold?
Yeah.
If it's not Jason, and again, we're talking about Seattle, where Northwest, so all the way in the top left corner of the country, pretty damn close to, Vancouver, Canada. Yet I don't really think that they don't get snow, do they? Or not in that area that close to the coast. I don't think you get snow there.
No. And I'd be more with the JSN. I'd be more worried about Geno Smith getting hit in the knee really bad and him out.
So
I'd be more worried about that than the weather.
Unless it was some sort of crazy storm happening over there, I don't think I would pull Darnold or JSN at that point. So, unless you have another alternative. What's up?
Mr.? Says later. Says if not Darnold, I have Stafford for the Puka stack and Jacoby Myers for JSN.
See, I think. So, to be honest with you, truthfully, I think Stafford's going to have a tougher time playing here in what's supposed to be a picture-perfect clear mid-December day. Only it's going to be 20 degrees. I think a team coming from Los Angeles, playing indoors, traveling across the country, I think that might be a little bit more problematic for Stafford than it would be for Geno at home. Sam Darnold playing on the road up north, up in Seattle. I mean,
I do like Jacoby Myers though.
It's close.
Just because AOC's back and not freaking Ritter.
It's close. I mean, I'd be a little bit more nervous, I think, with Stafford playing here in MetLife Stadium tomorrow. Again, the two teams that don't really play one another often. Again, the Dome team playing outdoors here. I think Stafford's a downgrade. Jose Goat. Rhino, he's got 2 wide receivers and a flex to fill. Lamb Chops, Puka, Mike Evans, AJ Brown, Brees, Rico. Give him 3 players, Rhino. 3 players. 3 players here.
I like Hall, Puka, and Lamb. No, actually, like Hall, Evans, and Lamb.
I think I would take Lamb. I think I would take Mike Evans chasing down that record.
Yeah, and Baker saying that he's more worried about it than him.
Yeah, I would take Mike Evans there, and I mean it's hard to sit fucking Puka. Just because we're downgrading Matt Stafford doesn't mean he can't throw for 250 yards still in a touchdown.
I agree. I mean,
no, I'm not necessarily talking to you. I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to the goats. Right. I mean, like I'm downgrading the quarterback playing on the road, but I mean the dude still has to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I could sit Puka either. Lamb, Puka. Ugh.
But so does the Jets secondary have a better secondary than the Buccaneers? I mean, than Dallas?
Yes.
It's a coin toss for me with Puka and Lamb.
Yes.
To be honest. It's a coin toss. Because Lamb, it seems like he'll be hot in the first half, and then Cooper Rush forgets about him in the second half. So, I mean, I'm definitely Evans and Hall.
And Lamb.
I'm
not sitting Lamb. We didn't sit Lamb with Cooper Rush's first game. There's no reason to sit CD Lamb now.
No.
If we didn't do it then. Tyler Goat. You already know the answer to this. Of course you have a shot. Of course you do. You're a GOAT. That's the first main reason why you have a shot.
Of course, you have a good team too. If memory serves me.
And B, your roster of soldiers are going to take the field, and they're all going to at least meet their projection, then exceed it. Not all of them will exceed it, but they have to meet their projections and then exceed their projections, and you erase that 54-point deficit, and we will see you in the championship with Clark and the rest of the goats here.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush or Drake May? Well, again, we like Cooper Rush. We do. Drake May's got a tough divisional matchup against the Bills.
Outside, Cooper Rush is inside.
We like his rushing ability, but Drake May.
I like Cooper Rush.
I think Drake May will get you to 15. I think Cooper Rush could do a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
Cooper Rush will do a little bit better. And same GOAT here, William. GOAT has got a couple of wide receivers.
I like Brian Thomas Jr.
It's a tough one. Did you draft these two?
Talking to William.
Curious to know if if he actually drafted Malik and Brian Thomas in the same draft. Nevertheless, Jacksonville's playing the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Malik. I think he's really the only wide receiver that they have. Besides, I know we were going to say little Wan'Dale Robinson. Malik finally off in an injury report. Malik continues to just like play at a high level in his rookie season with several quarterbacks. Now, Brian Thomas Jr. is no slouch now. No slouch whatsoever. Very impressive in his rookie season with garbage in Mac Jones. I'm gonna go with the homer pick.
I'm going with the safe one because I know what he's been doing. I like Brian Thomas Jr. And plus against the Raiders too.
It's close, hence the 50-50 split here. Yeah. It's close one. I would tell you to flip a coin, but don't do that because that's silly. I mean, don't leave it up to chance like that. Don't go with your gut.
I think the Raiders defense is not as good as the Falcons defense.
Yeah, the Falcons pass rush has come on strong.
Mm-hmm. That's why I lean more towards Brian Thomas Jr.
I just think. Yeah, I mean, again, it's damn close.
Yeah. I mean, they both get about the same amount of volume and targets. So,
I mean, are we talking like your wide receiver 2? If this is for your wide receiver 2, I think you could insert either one of these dudes, and you're gonna arrive at the same spot. Good options, though, William. Good options in the semifinals. Congratulations.
What up, Max? How you doing, brother?
Congratulations to everybody, really, for making it. And week 16, we've made it. A bunch of us, all of us, not all of us. I mean, yes, myself, your Shepard has made it with several teams. Your commissioner has made it with several teams. Yeah. And all you that are here this evening were with us last night, will be with us next week. And if you're new to the channel, please give us a like. Please subscribe. The goats don't stop.
And tell their people about us, too.
Appreciate you, man, Max Goat. Appreciate you. Let me get my mouse working correctly so I can get to the next one. Well, all right. I mean, I like that. I like how you took that, divided it all up.
Damn. You got a big brain, Tyler.
All right, so no, I mean, I'm sure he's got a big brain. You got a simple calculator for that too. Nevertheless, but the other way to look at it, though, my friend, is what your quarterback could put up 23 points, and then maybe your flex position, your player that your kicker puts up 9, 8. So, yeah, then it all comes averaging back out to 13.5. Yeah, I mean, it's doable. It's doable. And, again, even if it's not, I know this may sound a little, I don't know if tongue-in-cheek's the right word or expression, but, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm proud that you've taken – or you have been this invested. You take the game, which is still a game, and it's fun, of course, but it also still seriously, like I do, like Rhino does, like many of us do. So, I'm proud that you've made it this far. How about that? If you don't make it tomorrow, Monday night, we'll just prepare.
But we're all making it.
We'll prepare. We'll get right back to the drawing board.
We're all popping champagne
for 2025. Yeah, of course we're all popping champagne.
Damn it!
I don't really like champagne. Do you like champagne?
No, hell no.
I don't really drink champagne.
Drinking the desert out here.
Champagne. I'd rather drink Celsius if I'm going to drink anything with gas.
Yeah.
With fizz.
All right.
Clark Goat. Look at the soldiers here, man.
I know.
I know he's in the lab. Clark's in the lab, wants to make sure that the formula is absolutely perfect. I get it. Look at the soldiers here.
I would not start any of these people other than the ones that you have going right now. I do like McMillan, especially with Kate Otten being out.
Well, there'll be another tight end out. There'll be another tight end on the field. It's the
Yeah,
same.
but
It
they're not-
makes no difference. Makes no difference. We like McMillan.
Like him and Rashid might get
we like McMillan.
but not. I like McFlure and Barron. I like McMillan. And I like Garrett Wilson better. I like McMillan.
Yep. I wouldn't play Tua against the 49ers. I don't
No,
care what their records are.
shoot, I'm debating right now if I should play Hill instead or Juwan Jennings because of Tua, especially because Tua has a hip injury. But the fact that Waddle and everybody else is out, I'll probably stick with Hill.
It's almost like CD. Gotta play him.
Yep.
I mean, you don't got to, but every time we say you gotta start your studs, then the stud doesn't do well. Then what? Well, I should have started the guy on the bench. Those are gonna materialize. They do.
Yep.
It happens all the time. It just makes it that much more difficult and tougher of a decision because there's a lot more on the line now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we always start our studs in week 5. We always going to start our studs in week 10. But now when it comes to week 16 and we say start your studs, it's like, but like, I don't know. He doesn't.
You almost start overthinking it a little bit.
Well, of course, because back to the stakes are greater.
Yeah.
There's more on the line. Whether that be like bragging to your office, money. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Most leagues offer some sort of amount of money. Memorabilia in some leagues. So yeah, I get it. It's a 5 flex. I like that. I like all the flexes.
Wow. That's interesting.
I would literally leave it.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, like Scary Terry's hard to sit right now. He's Jaden Daniels' go-to guy. Brian Robinson Jr. is the sit. Garrett Wilson is the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, I'm not playing Patrick Taylor or Breece Hall either.
After bitching last week. So you could expect Garrett Wilson in the end zone or at least targeted in the end zone.
Yeah, and he eats. I mean, he'll eat a little bit.
The other squeaky wheel here, though, is DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
He's actually expected to be targeted again. Uber targeted based on words coming out of the coaches this week. They have to find a way to get him the ball, get him more involved.
So Gino's going to force feed him, and then he's going to throw interceptions, and they're going to lose.
That's very likely.
Maybe that's just a Rams fan talking.
Good question.
I got it right here.
Give it to him.
He hasn't practiced all week, so it's pretty much a game time decision. So he's questionable for Sunday's games. Fortunately for those who normally consider Pollard. It might be safer to do Tajay Spears. It doesn't look like he's playing.
He went through the entire week last week without practicing. So I mean, this is going to be another down to the wire 11:30.
Actually did good last week, even with because then so if he does play, Pollard does play, Spears is still going to get touches and stuff, especially passing downs. So Spears has 6 catches for 67 yards and
I don't know how many yards rushing he had last week, but he had a good amount. So, if you have nobody else, then I'd fire up Spears. I'd be comfortable doing it.
Mr. Magical wants to fire him up. Yeah, I mean, well, look, if Pollard doesn't play, then my God, Tajay Spears could wind up being inside the top 12. Finish even higher than that for this week. If Tony does play though, I mean, you get a shared workload to a certain extent. Tajay did well. He did well last week with Tony. He did well. It's just it's a little bit tougher. Yeah, I get where Mr. Magic wants Tony out because he wants Tajay Spears in that full volume, full work.
And with the fact that he aggravated his ankle again in the fourth quarter last week, that I was reading some more. That puts a little more light on the situation too.
Mr. Magic, it wouldn't surprise me if we get a little bit more of a window into it come around midnight tonight from Schefter.
Yeah.
And then if you're still up at 2, 3 in the morning, then the whole round comes from Rappaport. Same stuff, basically. But we might get a little bit more of a clearer picture on this in a few hours.
Yeah.
It is expected to play per source. So it's not like he's officially active or he's officially ruled out. Is expected to play.
Though, too.
Will test it pre-game before they make a final determination. It'll be something kind of vague like that.
Yeah.
I wish you nothing but the best, though, my friend. I really do. And yeah, if Pollard does in fact not play, yeah, fire up Tajay. Fire him up. What did you do, Mad Max, about Hollywood this week? I'm curious about that. Who did not have a terrible game. Not terrible. I mean, what did he do? He had about 50 yards and 5 catches, something along those lines.
Yeah.
Wasn't a terrible game. X-Man had a nice game.
Yeah.
Boy X. You know who else had a good game for the Chiefs? Not Isaiah Pacheco.
No.
Kareem the Dream. If you've been with us for weeks now, really since day one of Kareem and Isaiah Pacheco, we said Kareem ain't going anywhere, and we saw he's not. He's not going anywhere.
No,
Isaiah
Pacheco. He's McKinnon 2.0, and he's proven that.
I don't have a good feeling about Isaiah Pacheco anymore. I don't. Like all of a sudden, all it takes sometimes is that one injury for that 5th round, 6th round draft capital to rear its ugly head.
Yep. Do we like Ford more than ETN? I think ETN has season high in touches and snaps. Rare's D is not great.
It's tough.
I'd take ETN 100%.
It's tough. It's a tough one.
Because the quarterback's going to be taking touches away from him too. I like ETN.
The only problem that I have with it, not so much matchup based at all. So because they both have good matchups. The only issue that I take with it is the fact that Jerome Ford should have this entire backfield to himself with maybe a little bit of Dante Foreman sprinkled in just a little bit. Where you've got Tank Bigsby rolling with ETN. That's the only trepidation I have with it. Only. I think Jerome Ford could wind up having a good game tomorrow. He really could. We've also seen the other Jerome Ford. We've seen the ugly Jerome Ford. We've seen like the bottom end RB2 Jerome Ford. But if that's all you're looking for right now, Max Corleone, if all you're looking for is anywhere between 12 and 14, 12 and 16. Jerome Ford should get that for you.
And
He
I like
should.
him again. I don't trust Ford.
What a draft, man! What a draft.
CD.
So in the worryable, heavy PPR, deep starting roster. I drafted CD, came back around with Marvin Harrison. Then I think I may have gotten Josh Jacobs, so I may have taken Dak. Yes, Dak. Oh no, I'm sorry. Dak was earlier. It was Jaden Daniels around 4 or 5 in this draft. Then in the 6th round may have been Malik Neighbors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in the semifinals right now. So I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I'm with William, man. I went heavy with the rookies too this season for sure. Marvin Harrison hasn't been exactly what we were looking for or expecting, but nevertheless, we learned from it, goats. You always got to look back. Got to reflect to a certain extent on not just the hits but the misses.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we potentially get sniped? Where did you do the sniping? Where did you reach? Where did I miss? Gotta look at that stuff. Have to. And I'm not saying that just pour over every single freaking draft. No, not at all. Take one draft, one league. Go look back and see how it went. I'm gonna go with Kyler. Versus Arizona's
Panthers.
playing the Panthers. Exactly.
And Arizona's a must-win too.
I
think I'd go.
I think that the Eagles' defense are just playing at an elite level. You will get some rushing out of Jaden, that's for sure. And he'll probably throw for a touchdown also. I don't see Jaden Daniels really knocking it out of the ballpark against the Eagles in a high-pressured, high-leverage game. Kyler Murray.
The safer play is Kyler. Higher ceiling would be Jaden. I'll see it like that.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. What are you doing, Clark Coat? Of course you are. I'm calling it the Chuba Hopper Award moving forward. The Chuba Hopper. Kind of like the like what do they call it? What's the name of the award for the Super Bowl? The Lombardi? Yeah, so this is going to be the Chuba Hopper. Garrett Wilson or JSN for John Goat. Both Ohio State wide receivers. I'm going to go with Garrett.
Yep, I'm going Garrett too.
I'm going to go with Garrett. Rodgers is playing well. It's not like Garrett Wilson's target share has suffered with Devontae Adams being there. They're just if there's a handful of quarterbacks that could support 2 alpha wide receivers, Aaron Rodgers seems to be one of these quarterbacks at this time. Not many could do that. They really can't. And what works for Garrett Wilson is that Devontae Adams isn't in a position, nor do I think he cares to, Rhino, really bitch out and be a diva at this time. He's not at that. He's done with all that. He's happy to be with his friend. He's there to support his friend. He damn well knows he's not winning any Super Bowls with his friend anymore. I think he's
Well, time's not his friend anymore either.
I think he's happy to be a quote unquote mentor at this time for Garrett Wilson, be there for him and to see him excel. I really do.
I agree.
Nevertheless, in this particular situation, I'm still going to go with Garrett Wilson over JSN. I think we might see DK, and we know that Geno Smith in his career doesn't support two wide receivers all that much. He does, he can, but it's few and far in between. Unfortunately, it's few and far in between.
To answer your question, Clark, I saw an interview with him earlier today. He said that he probably came back too early last week, but this is the first time in a long time he's felt 100% for Hall.
All right. I mean, look, we do have a small sample size of Breece Hall doing really well late in the season, which was last year. Because the year before that, he wasn't playing. he wasn't available late in the season, but last season he was, and he played well. He played himself all the way into a first round in fantasy. So, I mean, we do have some sampling of it, and I think this is a good spot for Breece Hall as well.
The Rams, unfortunately, Rams' rush defense isn't the best. I mean, they have done better at times, but I think Breece Hall is going to be a problem for him. Just for the fact that catching balls out of the backfield, because the Rams can't cover running backs. They have issues doing that. So, yeah, you're fine with Hall,
especially in a flex too.
Yep.
Right, I'm pretty sure it's a flex position.
All right.
What do you got for him? What do you got for this goat?
All right. 2 running backs, a flex, and 2 wide receivers. So I'm going I'll do the 2 running backs first. I'll do Bucky and Josh Jacobs. 2 wide receivers. I'll go Garrett Wilson and I'll go Garrett Wilson and JSN, and then flex I'd go AJ Brown, and then Hurts over Kyler.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
2 RBs. Bucky, AJ, Josh Jacobs. I think I would. Hurts and Kyler. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that too. Wish you the best of luck, man.
Yeah.
Wish you the best of luck. Let us know how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll be back on tomorrow, 7:30, 7:25, 7:30 for a reaction show. And hopefully got you guys going, and hope to get you guys some wins too.
Caleb might wind up putting a torch to the lines tomorrow.
I like Caleb in this one.
No, you really gotta have some stones for it.
If you go back and look what he did last time against Detroit, and Detroit had a full repertoire of defensive backs.
You gotta have some stones for it. No jokes aside. But
yeah,
I mean, they're both rookies, to be honest. But let's go with like the fact that Jaden Daniels has the tougher matchup against the Eagles, where Caleb Williams is facing a depleted Lions secondary. That's the way I'm going to look at it. And even when they were depleted, the Lions secondary could still be had. My ex-wife has graced us. She went to marry Ray McLeod in Atlanta. Did you start Isaiah Pacheco today, dear? Oh no, I think you started Isaiah Pacheco today. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, my bad. William Goat. Aiden O'Connell, Cooper Rush, or Geno Smith. Ooh.
Oh,
I'm gonna go.
damn.
I'm gonna go with the dude in the middle.
Yep. I'm going with Cooper Rush too.
I'm gonna go with the dude in the middle, playing against that secondary.
Yeah.
Well, Aiden O'Connell might surprise us.
I mean, I like if I was gonna put an order, I'd go Cooper Rush, AOC, then Geno Smith. I think Bowers and Myers are gonna eat tomorrow. Make up for Monday night's game. Freaking Ritter. God.
Tommy Goat. What's up, Tommy Goat? Oh yeah, see. Well,
We all have players like that.
Pacheco, just again, if you were gonna put him, which I believe Tommy you did, and I think Sniper did as well. It was a tough start. It was. It was a tough start. It was a tough. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. B, they played today. They played against the Texans. Kareem was never going anywhere though. We were saying that for weeks. We knew Kareem, the dream, was not going to just step aside. Now, whether it be because he's still hurt, Pacheco, or whether it's because more because Kareem, the dream, has been playing at a high level.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, you've got to still be in it though, Tommy Goat. One player can't take us out. One player cannot take us out. How many teams last week, I believe, right? Last week faced Cooper Kupp with Cooper Kupp in their lineup and still wind up winning?
I did.
Plenty. There's one perfect example.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's why they call it fantasy. There you go. So now the question really becomes, are you the Pollard owner also though? I don't think so.
I think he is.
I think you're just
to the other guy's question.
but right there, Max, right? I don't think for getting reports right now from the Titans camp, from the Titans beat, that he is going to play. Okay, so if Pollard is out, Spears is the RB2. Do we like Ford or ETN over Metcalf or Thielen in the flex? All right, so just to answer this question, just to keep it black and white, let's just say Pollard is out, and he goes with Spears in the RB2 spot. Would we go Ford or ETN in the flex over DK or Thielen in the flex? I'm pretty sure. I may have said Thielen last night. I think I would lean that way again today.
Yeah, I go Thielen too.
I expect Thielen to have a bounce back game.
I think Carolina, Arizona.
I do. I don't know if I want to play Tajay RB2 and then Ford. That's a wicked starting running back room you got there. If that's the case, I'm not sure if I could do that. I think you could probably do that though, Max Goat. You probably could do that. I don't know if I would be able to do that. I don't think I have the stomach for that. If anything, it would probably be Ford. If anything, I may do Ford if I can muster that up.
I'll still stick with Thielen.
I'm leaning towards Thielen also. My ex-wife.
Tommy, flex
Keontae Miller, ETN McMiller, or JMO with St. Brown in my lineup. I like McMillan.
No, I wouldn't go JMO. I could rule that out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go Kendre. I could rule that out. It would be ETN or McMillan. I would go McMillan.
I'd go McMillan too.
I like if it again 5, 6, 7 targets, maybe 7 targets. We're hoping for a decent game with yardage and the possibility of the touchdown again, which would
5 for a touchdown. That's
which would be 3 weeks in a row. Not that easy. Not kind of like a tall order to ask for from a wide receiver, a rookie wide receiver. Nevertheless, he's going to be on the field the majority of the time as a wide receiver 2, opposite Mike Evans, and there's a good connection that is being built there.
Yep.
So could he make it 3 in a row? Of course he can. That's what we're hoping for.
It's funny how these young wide receivers like McMillan and Worthy, how the season has come along, how they connected with the quarterbacks. It's really cool to see. It's really cool to see.
And at the same time, as that is cool, it's also unfortunate when you see some of the other situations that unfold, like a Malik Neighbors who doesn't have a good quarterback at all, or will have to restart again next season with a new quarterback. So I mean, Marvin Harrison has a good quarterback. They're not on the same page, or something's off there. The play calling or defenses are on top of him, but something's definitely off, and there's way too much talent there to just write him off, and it's way too early to write him off.
Yeah,
but then again, Brian Thomas is excelling with garbage. Trevor Lawrence is garbage too. So Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence are garbage. So
but Trevor Lawrence is like Beverly Hills garbage compared to UCLA garbage.
Touche. Right. He really is.
Yep.
Oh my Lord, that was great. That was spot on. Perfect analogy. Ramadre, Kendre, or Madison?
I like Madison.
I guess.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to trust any Patriots freaking running backs. And I don't trust Miller. You know, if Carr was playing, I'd say probably Keontae Miller, but he's not playing. And with them having 100,000 tight ends on their team, I like Madison's matchup better than Stevenson against Buffalo and
I don't like Kendre Miller.
Yeah.
As much as we wanted you goats to go get Kendre Miller, not just this week, last week as well. Especially if you had Alvin Kamara. So as much as we were endorsing Kendre Miller, but I wouldn't endorse him in this situation to start in the semifinals.
Not unless you're in dire need.
I would not do that.
No.
I guess I would go Madison here in PPR. I guess I would.
Madison's getting the goal line touches. That's one thing to think about too. So, all right. I like Jake Bates. I'm a Jake Bates guy. What's up, Soto?
This guy.
He's about ready to dog walk me in our league right now.
He's gonna dog walk you, huh?
He might dog walk me.
The solo goat?
Yep. Yep.
So the solo goat, man, holy smokes.
That team's tough.
This is what we're gonna be doing with Mad Max, solo goat, and all the rest of the goats here, and one sniper. We're gonna be toasting it up. this time, or a week from tomorrow, or a week from this upcoming Monday, we're going to be toasting it. Clark, all you goats.
By
Tyler Goat, Mr. Magic Goat, all of you.
Yep.
We're going to be toasting it. He's getting is that a dog or is that a goat?
It's a goat.
Are you sure that's not a dog? He's already called for the dog walk. Oh my God. Solo goat. Alinda goat. Alinda goat's going to be at the parade too.
Yep.
Big parade for Alinda.
Full PPR, need one Goff, Burrow, or Mayfield. Need one running back, Walker or Rashid White. In second league, Jack Daniels, Jaden Daniels, good Lord. Or Love.
So that's where your mind's at right now.
Oh no, man. No, I quit drinking.
Look. If that's you may have quit drinking for whatever reason, which is I fully endorse for you if that's the case. But B, just because you quit drinking doesn't mean it may not be on your mind, right?
No, that came out of my. Good Lord! Right? All right, I like Burrow. I like Rashid White.
Yeah, how are we sitting?
I like Jordan Love.
How are we sitting Joe Shiesty? How are we sitting? How are we sitting this league winner?
And he should be. If he didn't have such a shitty freaking defense, he would be an MVP talk. But yeah, definitely Burrow, Rashid White, and Jordan Love. Now next Monday, I'm asking Jack Daniels for me.
Kenny Skywalker, Rashad White, man, that's tough.
I like White because of receptions, receiving yards.
There was a time not too long ago in the distant future, or the near future, where Kenny Walker was getting catches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the man can't.
Yeah.
Hard to take Kenny Walker in this spot, though. Against the Vikings defense.
Yep.
Hard to take Kenny Walker. Believe me, I'm one of his biggest fans. I have him on a semifinal team. It's a tough spot for Kenny Walker. Yeah. Tough. I may go with Rashad White against the boys. Schmeh.
She's shaking her head. She's always shaking her head at us. Dottle or Hall, Higgins, Moore, Ridley, or Metcalf. Pick 3 wide receivers. I'm doing Hall over Dottle.
Another tough one, but I would go Hall over Dowdle. Then it's Higgins, DJ Moore, Calvin, or DK. 1, 2, yeah. So I'm gonna go with
Higgins.
I would take Higgins. I would take Calvin Ridley with Mason Rudolph. Mm-hmm. I'll do that, and I'll do DK.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna put our chips all in on DK Metcalf this week. The squeaky wheel, they call it. The bitching plus the coach speak that they need to get him involved. They need to find ways of blah 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 blah. And you know what else? He might also be like quote unquote 100% healthy as well.
All right. Woohoo!
Here's a problem here. Yeah, I think that we should go with Brenton Strange based on last week's performance. Mm-hmm. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen again this week. Because just what
against the Vikings,
of course, it's a good match. Yeah, it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup, sure, and it's a good matchup for Kraft also. But we know that Kraft has to, fight for a piece of the pie over there. We know that, Brenton Strange. They very well may look to stop him. because he's the only other option on the field besides the wide receiver. We say start Pat Fryermuth because George Pickens is out and he scored the last 2 weeks. Guess what happens? Pat Fryermuth doesn't score.
No.
He doesn't score this week. And that's just the nature of this position, especially when you go past like someone like Mark Andrews or George Kittle's.
Yeah.
After the top four, it's a crapshoot, dear. It's a crapshoot.
Yep.
So yes, I'd like to tell you Brenton Strange because we think he's going to get the volume.
Well, I think him and freaking Brian Thomas Jr. They both had 20 catches last week.
We think he's going to get the volume.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Clark Goat. I know you want to play Tucker Craft. I know you do. She wants to play Tucker Craft. But being a Packers fan, we have to try to remove ourselves off of that for fantasy purposes. B, knowing how they deploy their offense, you've got Romeo Doubs on the field. You've got Christian Watson on the field. You've got Josh Jacobs on the field. You've got Tucker Craft on the field. How many slices are in a pie? How many? How many slices are in a pie? How many touchdowns are there going to be in the game? Now you think Josh Jacobs is definitely good for one. Okay, so that's one.
Yeah.
Now you have to try to distribute it to the wide receivers, including the tight end. My other team. Of course, you got another team.
1 point PPR tight end Strange or Kincaid and flex.
Much of the same reason. Brenton Strange, we think he's going to get the volume again.
Yeah, because there's less mouths to feed,
and the
matchup. I mean, Kincaid will get 6 to 7 targets, but who knows? This week they might hyper target freaking Cooper because he did shit last week. So and then flex.
Go back to DK? We're going to go back to DK.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to get Mark Harrison Jr., but
it's the Vikings' rush defense. That's the strong unit.
Yeah.
It's their secondary, which is susceptible, or Swiss cheese, as some would call it. Sean Goat, how are you? Hey, guys, goats, gals,
Jaden.
snipers.
Taking Jaden.
Yeah, I would take Jaden as well. If you're new to the channel, please give us a like. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell a friend. Rhino,
be a friend and tell a friend.
Rhino, we were pretty close to 300 subscribers. Did you know that?
Yeah.
It pops into my head. It pops out of my head. It pops into my head. Yeah, let's help us get to 300.
Yes, please.
Clark Goat. You guys, man. You're the goat.
Good. Like to hear that. That's what we want. That's why we're doing this.
Wouldn't tell you anything I wouldn't do myself.
Yeah, same here.
If these were my players on my roster, same goes for each and every one of you. No, I'm not here to screw around like that.
No. Nope.
Tua Richardson. I had a really interesting one on the X last night. 4 quarterbacks, super flex. So pick 2 out of 4. It was Goff. I want to make sure I get this right. Goff and AR, definitely. Love, 3. And I guess Jaden Daniels, 4. Those were the 4.
Mm-hmm.
I did Jordan Love, and I did Jaden Daniels. As much as I want to do Anthony Richardson, as much as I do,
Yeah.
if out of those four, if it was my four and I had to take two, I would do Love, and I would have done Jaden Daniels. That's what I told
On
him.
this
That's
one,
what,
who are you taking? Two against Frisco. Who's the Colts are playing
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee's tricky, right? Tennessee
And interdivisional too.
divisional game. For everything for what the numbers tell us, Tennessee happens to be a good defensive unit in between the 20s. Once a team gets down inside the red zone,
That's
or like Tennessee goes to hell.
Yeah.
They've allowed the most touchdowns, or almost one of the most touchdowns. Nevertheless, Tua facing
The
Kyle
Niners.
Shanahan and the Niners, I do not like.
Yeah.
Especially coming off of a bad performance last week.
And him dealing a little bit of a hip injury too.
Now Stafford's on waivers. Now again, I don't know if you caught us earlier, G Santos Goat, but we were talking about Stafford, him coming across the country, coming indoors, now playing outdoors in 20 degree weather. I don't think that bodes well for them.
See, it's funny because that's why I posed that question to somebody asked that question on X and I answered it, that I'm actually contemplating because I have Penix. I picked up Penix because I had Cousins, but he going bye-bye.
Yeah, you don't have Cousins. Cousins be lucky if he gets a backup job. Nevertheless, I think that's a tall order for Matt Stafford and the Rams. Again, these two teams do not play each other often. This is like a kind of like a trap game.
It is very much a trap game.
It is a trap game.
There's a shit on me.
So let's pretend that Stafford isn't available. If you could live with low yardage and you're hoping for the upside of Anthony Richardson and his legs, I would start him over Tua.
Yeah.
If you could live with that.
The safe play would be Tua probably, but I think Richardson has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what kind of lawyer I have to get and everything. You married Ray McLeod.
To me when it happened too.
You married Ray while you were away. I knew that's why you were going to Atlanta. I knew it. Brian Robinson Jr., right? Not Bijan.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson Jr., Ramondre Stevenson, or Kendre. I need to start one. Cheers to you, Goat.
I like Robinson Jr.
I would probably go Brian Robinson Jr. here.
Yeah.
I would probably go Brian Robinson Jr.
The Eagles do have a weak spot. It is a running game. Gets to rush a little bit. I mean, Kyron Williams put up 100 yards on him and a touchdown. So, yeah, I'd go Robinson Jr.
I'm not a fan of Ramondre.
Neither am I.
Not a fan of him. That's not really a good reason to sit the dude either. But if you're telling me I've got Brian Robinson on one hand, Ramondre Stevenson on the other, and then like in my back pocket I have Kendre Miller. If I win this matchup, I win the number one pick in next year's draft.
Oh, nice.
How does that work? How does that work? Usually the further you go and the later into the postseason, the lower the pick you get next year. Imagine. So what you're telling us here is imagine the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl and getting the number one pick overall. Right?
Yeah.
If I win this matchup, I win the number one pick in next year's draft.
But I'm in a dynasty league and they have a separate stupid playoff thing.
All right, yeah, okay. So
which just pisses me off because
if this is a dynasty, my goat, and however those rules are set up, then by all means, God bless you, and I hope you win.
Dynasty to prevent tanking. So yeah,
not one dynasty that I'm in. It's just don't blatantly not start anybody, but yeah, you could definitely jockey and quote unquote tank. We spoke about this.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you could definitely do that just to make sure that you're getting a better pick. Never say Ray, but I did say hi. Huh? Jalen Hurts? He was at the airport? No kidding. So did you marry him? No, you weren't. No. So you saw Jalen Hurts at the Atlanta Hartsfield absolute mega airport. Yes, Beats. I'm sorry, Alex, go. I actually meant to hit this one.
Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, 6-point passing, TD league. I like Jordan Love.
both projected to get you around the same amount. They both don't run. They're both.
Love is more mobile than Aaron Rodgers is.
True.
A lot more mobile.
Well, yes, he is based on his age. But if you look at the last couple of games, Aaron Rodgers actually been able to kind of maneuver around a little bit. It's not designed for him taking off at all, and nor is it for Jordan Love. I think I would probably go. I would go with Jordan Love here too.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go with Jordan Love.
Yeah.
It's close. It's close. Who would have thought that? After when it looked really bad in the beginning, in the middle of the season. Yes, Beats. I know you love me. I think you managed for sure. I moved to the championship. Yes, we know this.
Nice.
Yes, sniper. You know how proud I am? We are very proud of you being in your second season playing fantasy, and you've done this good. Very impressive. Did I have a little tear in my eye looking at CJ Stroud today? Oh.
I have more tear in my eye actually seeing Tank Duggan.
So, all right. I'm glad that she brought this up. So you saw what happened. Not necessarily based off of the play with Tank Dell, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad. What's your take? How do you feel about how the cameras were all over CJ Stroud today? Watching that play, reacting to that play. What's your feeling on that? What's your take on that?
Well, I think.
And I apologize.
Really good, strong connection.
Putting you on the spot, I apologize.
It's okay. Stroud is a very strong Christian, and I think it just hurt him. It hurt him. It hurt him. That's why you saw Joe Mixon consoling him on the sideline.
Well, I look at it differently.
Of course you do.
I know. I'm not sure if Joe Mixon was consoling him in the same manner that you think. And Joe Mixon wasn't the only player also that had to go up to CJ Stroud. I think they were going up to him to, okay, I get it, but get yourself together, dude.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. This wasn't I immediately thought of Josh Allen's reaction to DeMar Hamlin.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately thought of Joe Burrow's reaction and those players' reactions to a dude that's not breathing on the field. And I don't, again, this was a few years ago. I don't think it was even close to what CJ Stroud's reaction to Tank Dell's knee look on the sideline. It wasn't even close. He was like CJ Stroud, visibly upset, visibly kind of sobbing. I mean, I get it. Yes, they're close. They're friends. It's gruesome. Yeah, I mean, I like
You might not ever play again.
Part of your knees like coming out of like your jersey, I suppose. At the same time, though, and I will also give him a little bit of a pass because of other circumstances, like circumstances that he cannot control, like A, his age, B, God knows what else is bottled up inside of him for him to just react like that. You know what I mean? Like that's like, okay, but like Tank Dell is going to be okay when it's all said and done. Like, you know, he's alive. He's okay. It's just that's a bad injury.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like I feel like I may be too hard on CJ Stroud right now. At the same time, I think they had to like, get your composure together, dude. We have to play football. We're playing football.
All right. What's the next question?
That's it. That's my little my
At least the guy play had nausea and Collins who kind of underwhelmed. He did underwhelm. Yes, he did.
I mean, while we're on the subject of the Texans, hell, we actually, I mean, Tank Dell actually he scored on that play. This was one of the smash starts for Tank Dell. Although I think I checked, 30% started Tank Dell today. Still, yeah. Nico Collins did kind of underwhelm, sure. Joe Mixon certainly underwhelmed. We knew that though. We knew that going in. And CJ Stroud, again, take that play aside, that actual situation aside. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he threw for what, 250? He actually played better being outdoors than I thought. Green Bay or Buffalo's D. Buffalo, well, they're both great defenses this week, aren't they? But it's the Pats. So it's the Pats. It's also the Saints. Much like I don't think that the Rams are in a good spot playing the Jets tomorrow. Same thing for the Saints. Same thing. That's a tough game for the Saints. With a rookie quarterback, most of their offensive skill position players, a rookie second-year running back. I would not hesitate to play Green Bay's defense.
Yeah, I'm playing Green Bay.
As much as Buffalo's defense will probably do really well against the Patriots, I think this will be a tougher situation for New Orleans. Jeff. At least the guy at least, look, man. You will take it any which way we can get it.
Kyler.
Yep. I would go with Kyler. You think Musgrave is back? Well, I mean, that makes the decision for you easier, doesn't it, for your tight end? Not that Luke Musgrave will just completely chew into Tucker Kraft's snap percentage, but I mean, if he's active and he does get on the field to some sort of extent, he does technically. I wouldn't play
I'm
Ray.
not playing Ray.
I wouldn't play Ray. As much as we love the story, as much as we love the story, I don't think I would play Ray with a rookie quarterback when you've already got two other, I guess, more skilled and established wide receivers for the rookie to throw to versus Ray McLeod and a tight end as well.
And a running back. I probably go Strange.
Again, the volume here. It's the volume.
Reed and Watson too.
See, she knows, obviously. You could probably find a league. They probably exist where you're just drafting all of your favorite teams' players. And then like each member of the league, it's a different set of that team's players. Go and you play against them. I think that's what you can do. Let's go. Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice with Brett and Strange.
Yep.
Stranger things have happened.
Yep. I agree.
Let's roll the dice.
The volume. There's less targets to go to with Jacksonville than Minnesota. So
I know they want to get Hawkinson involved, and I know that they are trying or attempting to get him the ball in the end zone. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen, and then we could then circle it back to, okay, yeah, he's also playing with two very good wide receivers, and there isn't that much ball left to go around. Again, when we're talking about Strange, we're talking about maybe, aside from Brenton Strange and Brian Thomas Jr., obviously there's somebody else on the field. I don't even know who the hell that is.
yeah.
Like, who the hell plays opposite
Parker Washington.
Parker that's it. Parker Washington. Holy shit, that team just sucks ass. That team's terrible.
He does. He scares me a little. I mean, as a Rams fan, he scares me a little bit. Even as I have two of my teams.
It's not as though these dudes didn't grow up playing football in the snow all different times during the winter.
Well, and Stafford came from the.
It's not like they
used to play in Chicago, and
It's just like, okay, once your body gets used to a different environment, playing indoors for the majority of your games, for the majority of your career, it's a tall order to ask for now. Go travel across the country. It's going to be cold. It's going to be nice. So there should be no other elements in terms of weather, just cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough ask. It's a tough ask. Look, I'll put it this way: if these two teams were playing in the same spot, only like mid-October, I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah.
I would not hesitate.
So as Clark saying, after your Stafford take, I'm rethinking my Superflex QB. Start Richardson, Stafford, or May.
In the Superflex,
yeah,
you could do AR.
I do AR too.
You could do AR in the Superflex, which wouldn't be bad even if Stafford was in LA. You'd probably roll Stafford, but it would be close.
Yeah, I would definitely roll Stafford.
You could do Richardson in the Superflex.
I do have May going in one of my leagues just because I had to pick him up.
I wouldn't play May against the Bills. No. And if this game was in reverse, then it would be Stafford first, then Richardson.
We'll go Richardson.
Let's go. Clark Coach looking to sweep all of them. Josh Downs or Watson. Is that Christian Watson?
Yeah, I'm going Downs. He's going to get peppered. Alec Pierce is out. I think Pittman might be out. Can't remember, but I think Downs will get peppered. It's gonna be more volume. Watson gets 3 or 4 targets downfield. So Watson is more the boomer bust play out of these two. That's why I go Downs.
I think it's a toss-up. Here, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Let's get to the trusty rankings. It's pretty close. I'm pretty sure it's close.
Anybody watch the Ohio State Tennessee game? Can you put up the score? That's in my background. I'm hearing stuff.
Yeah, I got Christian Watson like 3 spots up above. It's pretty close. I think I would lean for Watson in the boom. Did you need that boom? You want that like high ceiling, big play? I think this is gonna be a contradiction, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you're looking for the safer boom, the safer of the 2 booms, it would be Watson, in my opinion.
I'm going Downs.
JD showing letters, dynasty tanking. Yep. Yeah, I get it now, for sure. Wishing nothing but success tomorrow. Nothing but the success. Darnold or AR5. Oh, yeah, comes a lot of Anthony Richardson. Soupy dumplings. Goat.
I'm going Darnold.
We'll go Darnold here.
Yeah.
In the 1 QB.
Yep,
Nope.
yep.
But you were in full package gear. I know you were. I know. Full package gear.
Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Brian Thomas Jr., Jawan Jennings, and Rico Dowdle need to start 2 wide receivers and flex suggestion.
Give it to him.
Oh crap! I'm going. I'll go Cooper Kupp, Brian Thomas, and Tyreek Hill. Yeah.
That's it. He got shot? Who got shot? G Goat.
Tank Dell did.
Yeah, Tank Dell he did get shot. Yeah, Tank Dell's not having a good 2 years now, is he?
No.
Look, the injury is the injury. I mean, like, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I think there's another underlying issue going on with the quarterback. But that's different topic, different situation. Tank Dell, there's nothing that really. The man, he may not play football next season. If he did,
He may not play football ever again.
He may not play football ever again, or make it back.
Yeah.
If in fact, like I'm pretty sure the kneecap is dislocated. But
This I think is the same kind of injury that
but there's more
Bridgewater had.
I'm sure there's more going on besides the kneecap.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because from what I read, they're worried about nerves and a bunch of other stuff too. So Murray or Rogers or running back Taylor, Jonathan Taylor. Go Murray and Jonathan Taylor.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you for being here. Thank everybody for being here. We appreciate you guys very much. This is, we started this 4 months ago.
16 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we
Yes.
appreciate everybody's been on the journey with us. Very much so.
I get that. It's his personality. But
Yeah.
these guys go through like personality assessments, personality tests. And they for the most part get passes, but like most of these teams are like checking for personality as well, being a leader, especially the quarterback position. They're looking for that. They're checking that. They test you for it. They actually test you.
You can't hide. You can't hide wearing your heart on your sleeve, though. That's
No,
you can't hide that.
you couldn't.
Yeah,
He couldn't. He
you
couldn't.
can't
The only
fault
way.
him for caring that much about a team, like that's a lot.
The only way he could have hid from that today is if he would have went into the medical tent himself.
Yeah.
But the cameras were all over that for a reason. Someone's reason.
Need your help. Stafford, Goff, or Darnold? Darnold's probably safer. Goff has a higher ceiling. But Goff playing outdoor scares me a little bit.
It's not an outdoor cat.
No. So I go Darnold.
So would I. So would I here.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you, Jeff.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
We try. We try to give you guys the best advice we possibly can.
Thought Alexander was coming back this week.
That's what I thought too.
Maybe he's not. Keeping strange. Stranger things have happened.
Nothing wrong with strange every once in a while.
There's nothing wrong with being strange.
No.
If I told you the text message this man gave me earlier today, some would consider that strange too. I think he was screwing with me. I think he was.
Totally screwing with you.
But stranger things have happened. For sure.
So knowing Monday night in Green Bay.
Yeah, let's roll out Kendra Miller, baby. Sounds
Yeah.
like a great time for him to make his starting debut. Now, technically, the weather, snow doesn't affect the running game. It shouldn't affect the running game, but we're asking a lot of this young man making his first NFL start, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't played much for the Saints.
Second string quarterback.
Hasn't playing
No wide receivers.
Playing a tough Green Bay Packers team.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams is more suited for this spot than Kendra Miller, I think. Okay, I'm not saying that makes Kendra Miller the lesser of the two. No, but the spot's just not good.
Yeah, and Jamal Williams might be sniping goal line spots from him too.
That's
It'll be the first time.
It's just not the best spot for Kendra Miller.
No.
Better than Disney Rice. Oh, she's responding to earlier. I'm getting to know different players. I'm getting less biased. That's good. I mean, look, I guess I was a year too early when I said try to remove your bias out of it last season. You should try to remove your bias. Everyone needs to remove their bias out of everything, and that's not easy to do with anything. It's not to remove bias. Nothing.
She'll never let us down for
nothing.
Let us down.
I hit 2 solid weeks with Disley.
Hmm?
I have no qualms. I have no regrets other than the fact that you divorced me because of it.
That's just rude. Why'd you hurt my boy like that, Mel?
No,
not cool, man.
I'm just
not cool.
I'm just playing around. What's up, Blizzard Goat? What's up? Welcome to the semifinals, Blizzard Goat. Love it, baby. What's up? Would you start Juwan or Bretton Strange in PPR? Half plus tight end premium.
I'm going Strange.
If you're getting an extra half point, my friend.
Yeah.
That's hard pass. That's a hard thing to pass up. That's a hard thing to pass up. Juwan Jennings should have a good game also though, but
I think
you
volume.
gotta go.
More volume.
You gotta go with the scoring too.
Yeah.
You gotta go with the 1.5. Yeah, so Sniper's giving us the weather report. Yeah.
24 degrees, no snow.
There he is.
What's up, SoCal? How you doing, brother?
There's the wolf.
I bet the weather's nice out in San Diego right now.
Big time wolf question. Ready for this one? I got it. All right.
Okay.
Last night we had a sit one, Chuba, JT, Mixon, and the fourth running back was another stud. And we had to arrive at Mixon. We had to. All signs were pointing that this was not going to be a good situation for Joe Mixon.
No, because Kansas City's rush defense is top 5. So
Kansas City and Joe Mixon don't work with one another dating back to 2020.
No.
They have his number, except for one time through the air. That's the only way he got it done. Other than that, this was not the spot. And if you started Joe Mixon, I get it. But for that particular situation, yeah, we had to sit. We started Chuba, we started JT, I can't think of the other dude.
Yeah.
What's up, Clark Coach?
How'd you guys do this season? 6 out of my 10 teams are in the semifinals right now.
Yeah, I mean, if I started with like close to 15 total leagues, 3 of those were best balls. Don't take that out of the equation. So I've got 4 semifinal teams.
Yeah. If you take the best ball out of the equation, I have 6 out of 8. Yeah, 6 out of 8 semifinals.
Beat the Doc. The bots. That's 2. There was the other one the one that I am with SoCal. That's 3. I feel like I'm shortchanging myself a league.
I'm sure you are, because you're the shepherd.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that. I want the numbers accurate for Clark.
Right. And one of the leagues that I'm the guillotine league, but I'm top 3,
I'm counting that as a redraft.
Yeah, same here. Okay, same here. Okay.
So that's one that I am in. It's kind of like a guillotine. I had to remove a player each week, cut, no ads throughout the season at all. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. Semis. I got a nasty stable. Yeah, no, we did Clark. Listen, man. I mean, look, I know Rhino's been playing for like close to 60 years. I've been playing I've been playing a little over 20. I mean, at this point, what I'm doing now is more. I get more fulfillment doing this for you than I do for me. So, if every team loses this week, my mood and my attitude's not going to change. It won't affect me one bit.
No.
Not one bit. Hello, Goat. Perfect. Thank you. I'm leaning towards downs. And yeah, it's Christian Watson. All right. Say, look, man, it's a close one.
Yeah.
If I could see Downs having a good game, if Anthony Richardson can connect with him.
That's the if, yeah.
So Jordan Love doesn't have a problem completing passes to his receivers. That's the big difference for me.
And Watson can go 3 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown too. So
George, look at this George Goat.
How you doing, George?
George Goat. That's a check mark. You'd start 2 wide receivers.
I don't concern myself with weather. Not too much because I trust these players are practicing in them and playing in them. So, 2. I'm probably going JSN and DJ Moore.
The standard league, we want touchdowns here. We want touchdowns. Who are the likely recipients of these touchdowns? Well, we want touchdowns regardless. But
DJ Moore is.
he's not. You're not getting any receiving,
right.
Catching. You're not getting any reception points here. No reception points, and I'm gonna want DJ Moore here, and I would probably do. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. As much as we like JSN, I'd like it a lot better if I was getting 6
What's
points.
Up, Derek? How you doing, brother?
I would like it a lot better if I was getting 6 points for 6 catches with JSN. I would like that a lot better.
Start 2. Conjure, Miller, Harrison Jr., Tracy, Patrick Taylor, Abdul, Bixby, full PPR. So he must ask us last night. He missed the answer.
No,
Yeah.
He's just asking again. He wants your advice, Rhino. He wants the commissioner's advice. He already had my advice and the Wolf's advice.
He said he missed it. He missed the answer last night, but he missed the answer.
So
all right,
give him the answer.
Full PPR, huh?
It's not Patrick Taylor. It's not Kendrick Miller.
It's not. Harrison Jr. would be 1.
I'm not taking Amir Abdullah. And I think
I think I'd go Harrison Jr. and Tracy, with Drew Lock being back at quarterback. Yeah,
Oh, fucking
Bixby is more he gets more running touches than passes. That's more ETN. Is more the wide receiver in that group.
I hope Devin Singletary doesn't vulture anything from Tyrone tomorrow. Yeah. But I think he's going to.
Yeah.
Is that are you final there?
Yeah, final. Harrison Jr. and Tracy.
All right. Okay, Maurice Goat, you're very, very welcome. Disley did not do that. Did not. For the flex, the Bucky, Kendre.
Bucky. One more time, Bucky.
No, especially not PPR. I mean, the only devil's advocate. The only issue, again, you've got Kendre Miller, should have the entire backfield to himself with a little bit of Jamal Williams. Patrick Taylor, same situation, and I don't even know who would spell him.
Izzy and Devo. And I don't.
Bucky, we know that he's running alongside of Rachaad White. That's the only thing I'm saying. The talent here, though, the talent out of the 3 is Bucky's got the talent.
Taking Bucky.
Bucky's got the talent here.
Yeah.
It was James Cook out of those 4, right? Yep. I know we sat Mixon. We definitely sat Mixon. I have 3 managed and 8 basketballs. Basketball.
Best balls.
I think she may have got
baseball leagues. What
she may have gotten into basketball. Who knows? She probably got into basketball. She's now a.
Are you a Spaceballs fan?
Huh? Am I a Spaceballs fan?
Yeah.
Spaceballs or Space Jam?
Spaceballs.
I remember the movie. Why?
Just wondering.
Is there a second part to the question? No. Like Spaceballs? Like
the Star Wars spinoff?
Yeah.
Better than Star Wars, actually.
Princess Zespa.
Yeah. All right. 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Lamb, Neighbors, Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall.
Eesh.
Go. Lamb, Garrett Wilson, and Brees Hall.
Yeah, you could put Brees Hall in the flex here, and that's a solid flex. And then I'm gonna want to do CD Lamb chops, and I'm gonna want to do Tyreek.
Yeah.
Just don't be surprised if it's not a good game though for Tyreek. Or let's temper the expectations.
And actually, make sure you check the injury report too. You know, there's not. I haven't seen anything that he isn't playing, but you know, he is questionable.
You know, to be quite honest, Lamb, Neighbors, Tyreek. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to take Tyreek off the field. I don't. Even if Tua is struggling a bit, it's either going to be him or freaking Jonnu Smith to get the red zone, to get the end zone target.
Or A-Chain.
Devon A-Chain. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I can't. We should probably sit Tyreek, but it's damn hard to. If that's the case, it's still going to be Lamb, Garrett Wilson, and Brees. I would play the 2 Jets. I'm not afraid of that part. If you could live with sitting Tyreek Hill, my friend, I would sit Tyreek because I don't think it's going to be a good game for him, and I don't think it's going to be.
Garrett Wilson has a good setup.
I don't think it's going to be a good game for his quarterback, so that's a problem right there. Cyrex 422. Yeah, man, it's a tough call that you have. I'm gonna make it with you. Or look, if it was my call, I would close my eyes and I would bench Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I would close my eyes and that's the end of it. So you'll be the first one to win next year and beat the dog. That's all.
I was probably second out.
You had a ton of injuries in that league. That's why. Ton.
A lot.
In best ball, that's not something you can overcome with the waiver wire either. Although we did have a waiver wire in week 8, week 9, little wrinkle that I stole from bots. Did you like that?
Yeah. Did I like it?
No, okay. Did you like it? I'm talking to myself.
I actually got the damn players I wanted, but it was all right. Yeah, good call.
We'll see if it's
bad season for me.
We'll see if there's a third alliteration of that league. We'll see. Half PPR, need 1 flex.
Brees
Hall. Easy one there.
Yeah.
Vampire and Warrior Bowl, I think I'd move on to the channel. Oh, of course you do. Of course you do. I have CD Lamb Chops, Malik, Tyreek, currently with Bucky and Henry as my RBs.
Nice. That's good.
So that means you have Garrett Wilson out. Look, I mean, you could don't get me wrong, Cyrex Goat. It would shock me at all if like Tyreek Hill goes for 120 yards and a touchdown and 6 catches. I mean, that's not going to surprise me. I'm just telling you.
Waddle being out.
I'm just telling you.
Washington and Craftmore or something, whoever is the other wide receiver. So
I'm just telling you what bothers me about it. What would bother me about it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Malik Neighbors isn't bad at all to start, and we're definitely starting CD Lamb.
Definitely.
Who are we missing here?
Garrett Wilson.
No, I said Wilson already. Oh yeah, I guess we're not missing anybody. No, we're missing Hall. I guess Hall would go into the flex if these are
Mhm.
if these are the two starting running backs, right? Bucky and Henry are the running backs. That means we still have a flex to play with. So we're missing either Garrett or Brees Hall if we're leaving the 3 wide receivers here. I wish you nothing but the best, Cyrix. I really do. Cyrix goat. I'm not sure what the question is. Does that score high for me? It will affect me a strange.
You're welcome,
very,
George.
very welcome.
And we'll be back tomorrow night too, 7:20, 7:30.
Yeah, but that would be to recap everything, of course.
Yep, recap.
Yep. Yeah, catch us tomorrow. We'll recap the action. What's the Monday night game? Again.
It is Green Bay, right? Green Bay and Saints.
That's right. Of course. Of course. No, never basketball.
You're welcome, Clark. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Clark, very much.
Puka needs those Cooper Cup this week for me.
DJ Moore or Jerome Ford?
I'm going DJ Moore.
I'm going to go with Jerome Ford here. Jerome Ford in the flex.
DJ Moore. I don't trust anything, Cleveland.
See, that's you
got a running quarterback. He's not going to throw that much, so they're going to stack the box.
What
to make him throw?
What if I told you that DTR is only going to last about a quarter and a half, and Jameis gets put back in the game? How does that change things for you?
I'm not taking that chance. The semifinals. I'm still going DJ Moore.
That's fair.
I trust Caleb Williams.
That's fair. I would do Jerome Ford here. You still got
full
you got
point PPR.
You got Keenan Allen. It's on his last hurrah, swan song, whatever you want to call it. And you've got Roma Dunze, and you've got pretty much that's it. And DJ Moore, of course.
Sit one. I'm sitting Ford.
Definitely starting Rico.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to either Jerome Ford or Jerome Jennings. I would want to guess. Yeah, I would take Jennings here.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Jennings over DJ Moore, which is above. Of course you are, Jake.
Nice. Let us know. Come back in tomorrow.
Football on Saturday is fantastic. It's fantastic. Gives us something to do. Kills time, or makes time go by well. Yeah, Saturday football, NFL football. Obviously, during the year reserved for college, but yeah, hell yeah, the NFL knows what they're doing by putting games on Saturday, putting games on in the middle of the week now, putting games on here, there, yeah,
everywhere.
It's a cash machine.
Yes, it is.
Angel A, welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Start 2, Tony Pollard, Rashad White, Kendra A, or Patrick Taylor. The first two.
White. I guess I'm going Pollard and White.
We're going to take the first two, Angel, but you're going to want to make sure Tony Pollard's playing, man. You got to make sure that Tony Pollard is good.
Not that I don't know. I guess I'd go Patrick Taylor. So I don't think you trust that, but.
Yeah. I think if I had to choose between Kendra Miller or Patrick Taylor, take the other two out of this for a second,
then
yeah, I would take Patrick Taylor still. Yeah. But definitely make sure Pollard is a go. We have kind of sort of conflicting reports as of now, right now, but nevertheless, make sure he's starting.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna play, then yeah, Tony Pollard and Rachaad White. If you're nervous about Tony playing or Tony not playing that well or not that much in the game because of said injury, I would do Patrick Taylor and I would do Rachaad White.
Yeah.
Shadow goats.
Put two, one wide receiver, one flex. Probably go. You gotta go Thielen and McMillan. Maybe Marvis Heron Jr., but I know at McMillan for sure.
Okay, we're going to assume that this is a PPR, and I'm going to do Marvin Harrison Jr., and I would do Adam Thielen here.
I do Thielen and McMillan.
Final answer. Shadows. Shadow semis. Shadow champion. You have Connor, Jameer, Mike Evans, Puka, Ladd, Baker. I should win, knock on wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a mother.
Good shape.
You're a mother effing goat. You're a mother effing goat. Of course you're gonna win. Ladd. There's another rookie we were talking about earlier, right? The ones that are fortunate with good quarterback play. And then the other side of the coin, right? Like the Malik Neighbors, no quarterback. Ladd McConkey. Look, he's got a great quarterback. He's very fortunate. Quarterback and landing spot matters for these rookies. So for again, the book's not out yet on Malik. The Malik Neighbors talent. They got to get him a quarterback. Thank you. I'm not feeling Wilson because I need highest upside. Garrett Wilson's got some good upside.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying though, for sure. Garrett Wilson, I mean, hell. We saw some of his high upside earlier this season. That 2-touchdown game. Nevertheless, I get it.
Yeah.
I definitely get it. Derek, Madison, Debo, Tyrone, Ramadre need one for the flex in the PPR. I don't know how anyone's playing Debo. When what sucks is because it's like, okay, fine, we don't have the luxury of sitting him anymore and waiting for him to produce on the field to gain trust from him again.
Yeah.
I mean, that luxury is out the window. You can't start Debo at this time. We've got better options here.
Probably go Tracy. You're Tracy or Madison.
I would do Tracy.
Yeah. I would keep those two. Unless you had to play Jerome Ford.
Well, again, I think it's a matter of how comfortable you feel. Like Tony is playing injured, and he still did somewhat well last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of like if he's active. Then
you might be more of a 50-50 split with Tajay Spears.
If he's active, you could start Tony and hope that you get that same type of production, which could very well equal the same type of production that you're going to get from Jerome Ford for a dude that's not sharing the backfield with anybody. Based on that situation. See, the thing again with Jerome Ford's, we have a sample size with him, Rhino. We do. We have a sample. We know that DTR stinks and can't move the ball. We know that. But we do. We have a pretty decent sample size with him and DTR, I believe. Who the hell?
Well, because he only lasted I think DTR only lasted like a quarter. Then he got hurt. That's why
last year, last season. I'm talking.
I don't remember last season. I didn't pay any attention to any Browns last season. None. Irrelevant to me.
Who else was quarterback in there?
Flacco.
That's right. That's what the fuck.
Yep.
Who was able to move the ball to a certain extent.
Yeah, Njoku was his best friend.
And Jerome Ford did, again, up and down. He was up and down last season. Up and down. He finished a top 10 running back for fantasy twice last season, twice this season. Other than that, he's finished in RB2 range. Low end RB2 range. So we know that the dude is capable. We know that he's a good pass catching running back. We also know that
he also gotten, even this season, he started playing behind Deontay Foreman and then Pierre Strong. So
how often did he play behind Dante Foreman?
I don't know. I don't have those damn numbers.
Not that often. Drone Goat. I would, again, to Angel.
If you're forced to play Jerome Ford because Tony isn't playing, then play Jerome Ford.
Or just start Jerome Ford and Rashad White. If you get,
just count your blessings.
If you get word that Tony Pollard is active, Tony Pollard is healthy, but Tony Pollard feels great, you can play Tony Pollard against the Colts. I think you have a better shot with Jerome Ford and Rashad White at this time. That's what I think. There's the trunk coat. Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, again, speaking of injury reports, I mean, Njoku, again, all week questionable, all week not practicing, this and that, back and forth. You're safer with Strange. You are. And like I said, and like we said earlier, right? All week. If Pickens is out, Muth. As long as Pickens is out, Muth. What did Muth do today? Nothing. It's tough. It's a tough ask right now to predict if Strange is going to score or if they're going to try to put the clamps down on him to a certain extent or if he's going to see lesser targets because of it. If Njoku, well, yeah, with DTR, that's bad.
Yeah, Mac Jones is a better quarterback than DTR.
That's just I honestly, and I can't even take credit for it. So it's somebody else's pure genius. They think that DTR is strictly just starting to try to prove a point to Jameis Winston. Like, yeah, we're punishing you for all your turnovers. Like, clean it up. I think that's what they are attempting to do. They might be.
It's the Browns. They probably are. All right.
I think you're safe for Tyrone with Strange.
Yeah.
As long as DTR we know is starting. How did Sniper get back up here? Ron T. Superflex PPR tight end premium. Need one. Hawk. Yep. And we got the rating, the weather report. Metcalf, same game. Kendre, and that weather's supposed to be shitty as well, by the way. I don't like playing the tight end in a flex position or
tight end premium though.
But it's tight end premium.
So I'd go Hawk. I think Jamal Williams going to snipe carries at the goal line.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not playing Condre Miller. I play Hawk.
Even though it still need one flex. Hawk in the flex, even though it's tight end premium.
Well, then maybe Metcalf. Higher Killian Metcalf.
Yeah, I think it's DK. I think it's DK. Let's do one more.
All right.
Danny Goat, here's the dilemma. There's no dilemmas here. Goff is in the cold weather versus the Bears, or Darnold is in the rain in Seattle. Yeah, that is kind of a dilemma. Not terrible dilemma, but it's kind of.
Goff. I trust Goff against the Bears. Because this is his third season with Detroit, so he's played against the Bears in this kind of weather. He's played against Green Bay in this kind of weather. So he's more probably used to it than Darnold.
I would go with the matchup here. I know it's that rain or the weather doesn't bother me there.
Mm.
Jared Goff outdoors. I would. I don't think we're going to get the same type of game as we're accustomed to seeing.
Could be 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it could be.
So I mean, and Dark could do the same thing.
That would be a good game too.
Yeah.
As long as that's clean. As long as that's clean, I would play Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to go wrong with Darnold either. So, all right, one last one.
Got Darnold a couple of spots higher than Goff. That's pretty close.
Do one more with Matt, then we can.
And we can eat some dinner, eat some goat.
I got some bacon wrapped shrimp to cook.
Some bacon wrapped shrimp.
Yeah.
I usually save those meals for Sunday night.
All right. Ooh. Kenneth Walker against the Vikings. What #1 rush defense? I'm going Brian Robinson.
They're almost it's almost the same running back. Almost. Yeah, Brian Robinson or Kenny Walker for me, and I would go with Brian Robinson.
Yeah, same here.
All right. All right, Goats. I want to thank you very much for coming out tonight. Wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Come back and join us tomorrow night.
You guys have done fantastic otherwise. Be proud of yourselves. We will see you tomorrow night, right?
Yeah. Peace out. Be good humans.
Be good humans. Be good goats.
Yeah.
Not just good humans, good goats.